guys, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Katie, and today I'm doing the fantasy book tag because I love fantasy and, well, I love every genre pretty much, but I want to talk about this fantasy book tag that I found on BookTube. So this was originally created, I believe, by EB Novels. If it wasn't, then I just found out about it from her, but I will link that channel down below so you can check them out. So let's get started. The first question is, what fantasy world would you want to live in? You will not have any magical abilities. You'll just have your own regular person abilities. I really have to pick, I don't... See, would you consider The Princess Bride fairy tale or fantasy? Because that's the world I would totally live in. Is The Princess Bride by William Goldman would be my obvious choice. We're just gonna say that The Princess Bride is fantasy, even though I always considered it a fairy tale, but I'm gonna consider it fantasy. The Princess Bride would obviously be my choice by William Goldman to live in. I could live in it for the rest of my life. I would be happy. Just let me be Buttercup, please. I don't want to be a side character in this story, but it is my favorite book. This is a well-loved copy. This is my first copy, actually, that I got. I got this, I can't tell you how long ago. My mom got it for me. I would say 15, 20 years ago. But this is my very special, well-loved copy. The spine's all, slowly getting broken. I have like 10 different editions, but The Princess Bride would definitely be my choice for living in the fantasy world. What kind of fantastical being would you want to be? Fantastical being. I would honestly, I probably would be an elf. Like Lord of the Rings type elf. Not Keebler elf. Let's make that very clear. There is a definite difference between Keebler elf and Lord of the Rings Tolkien elf. I would honestly probably be an elf because I am 5'9". I do have, long hair. I don't have pointy ears. Double check, make sure they're not pointy. But I would probably choose elf because I'm not sure exactly what area I would be from. I don't think I would be in the same realm as Galadriel. I would be probably more of like a wood type elf. Has to do with archery and definitely more archery type, horseback riding, maybe from Rivendell, but probably not. I don't know. But definitely an elf, I think from Lord of the Rings, I would be. For your everyday life, would you rather have magical abilities or a magical pet? Well, I don't have any pets right now. I haven't had a pet in over 10 years. So I probably would choose abilities, but nothing super scary or anything. I would want, special abilities to, if I did archery, I would get, a bullseye every single time. Or I always wanted teleportation. But is teleportation more sci-fi? I would consider teleportation to be more sci-fi than fantasy. So yeah, or healing. Healing would be kind of interesting. But yeah, I would choose a pet only if it was a dragon. I do love my dragons. So let's go with the pet. Yeah, I'm gonna choose to have a magical pet, and it's gonna be a dragon. In between Toothless and I was gonna say Elliot from Peach Dragon, because Elliot's the best, even though his little wings can't hold him up, so he probably can't hold me up either. Who is your that's the next question. Who is your favorite fictional dragon? I have a lot, honestly. I mean, Toothless is one. As I said, Elliot. I also really love the Reluctant Dragon. I don't think he has a name, but it was a Disney short, The Reluctant Dragon. I also really love Figment. He was like, he's one of the icons of Epcot, and he is one of my favorites. And yeah, I'm gonna choose Figment. Figment's always been my favorite because there's this one memory that always sticks in my mind of going to Disney. My first trip there, I was 12, and my feet were so sore. I suffer from really bad feet. I can't walk around all day. My feet are literally in agony by the time the day ends. Thankfully, not as much as they used to be since I got really good sneakers, but they used to really be bad. So I remember being almost in tears, sitting down, and all I see is this purple dragon trying to get my attention. And mom's, nudging me saying, "Look, there's a dragon over there." And I look up and there's Figment. And yeah, so Figment has always been my favorite Disney character as well because of his compassion for a poor little lost 12-year-old whose feet are hurting her. So he is my favorite fictional dragon. Toothless would be the second because I love Toothless. What is your favorite fantasy movie? Oh, there is a lot out there. I mean, I still have to go with The Princess Bride. I really do. The Princess Bride has always been my favorite fantasy movie. I would have said Lord of the Rings, but no, no, definitely The Princess Bride. I love it. It's perfect. I don't think I would change a thing about that movie. Really, really fantastic, and you can tell the actors had a fun time making it. You could just tell that they had a great time on set, that they had a blast, and it's my favorite. It's my favorite fantasy movie. 100% The Princess Bride will always be my favorite. Even more so since I got to meet Carrie Elwes last year. I still talk about it. But it was one of my favorite moments was I got to meet him, and I was greedy, but I was not gonna let that moment pass. I got two hugs from Carrie. So it made my day. It made my whole year pretty much. That was a rough year, but Carrie Elwes, that was a moment I will always remember. All right. We only have one more question. If you can make one side character from a fantasy series a main character with their own story, who would you pick? I think honestly this might be a lot of people's choices. I was going to say either Aragorn or Legolas from Lord of the Rings need their own story. Yeah, one of them do, because we do get snippets of their life in the story, but we never get the full backstory of these characters and what they've been through. So I would choose one of them. If I had to choose one, who would have the most interesting backstory though, or have an interesting story in the future? If it was the future, I would choose Aragorn. If we're talking about the past, I think I would choose Legolas to see what his life would be like back in the day. I think I would choose Legolas. I would really like to see what his life was like growing up as an elf. So yeah, we'll pick Legolas. All right, so that was the last question. I hope you enjoyed this fun tag. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video.